on the homestead where the gardens grow.
Taking you for a walk down in the garden, down to the front garden. Just looking for a fork that I can use to dig the potatoes. I usually have one sitting around, but I've got so much going on in the garden at the moment that it's hard to see where things are. Here we go, I found one. Just here. This one. And I want to show you my sunflowers. They're coming to an end. They have been spectacular. And I'll show you some photos of what they've been looking like along the way. They've just been amazing.
So gather round, stay for a while, find the beauty in the simple style. Dreams, adventures, love runs right. Welcome to Clark Family Life.
Let's get down to the potatoes. We live right in the middle of a regional city in New South Wales. We've got half an acre and we feel really lucky because we're really close to everything. We can walk to supermarket, we can go to a restaurant, pub, anything we want to do. But we're lucky enough to have this huge front yard where we have sunflowers, pumpkin, beans, corn, zucchini, button squash, so many different varieties of vegetables and lots of flowers. Got sunflowers down the front also, but they're all getting to the end now, so I'm definitely going to have to start taking some of them out shortly. But I'll have to show you some of these huge seed heads that are here. See, the cockatoos and the parrots and rosellas have been getting into them. Really enjoying them. And to be honest, I love being able to do that as well. It's not really just about growing them to make them look beautiful. When the birds come in to eat them after they're finished, I love that too. And then I collect what's left over so I can grow some more next year.
Morning light on the edge of the day, hands in the dirt, I'm finding my way. Potatoes sleeping under the ground, dinner growing all around. I don't need much, I don't need more, just what this little patch gives back to me. Every season teaches slow, right here where the sunflowers grow. Oh, the sunflowers turn to the sky, and the cockatoos laugh as they fly. Nothing's wasted, nothing old, life just moves a little slow in the quiet, in the flow, right here.
So I've got a little batch of potatoes and peas here. These are my cropped corn that I'm still waiting for them to finish and be able to pick. I have a second patch of corn in here, which I think will do much better because they're planted really closely together. I'd learnt from my mistakes on the first batch and hoping that I get lots of corn from the second crop. I've been out in the garden at the back today and I wanted to show you these beetroot that I've picked. There are some really big ones, they're beautiful. Let me show you. Look at this one. It's a whopper. It's probably the biggest one I've picked so far. They're beautiful. I love beetroot. I grow them every year and I make sure that I've got enough for pickling, but I also just love them roasted. And today's a Sunday, so I really like to have a roast on a Sunday. These are borage plants, which are really bee friendly, and we've got lots of hives in the front yard, so I always love to make sure I've got heaps of borage, and it self-sows really easily. Got some spinach here that I'm going to pick.
Future meal seeds I sow right here where the sunflowers grow. Oh, the sunflowers turn to the sky, white wings stealing seeds as they try. Let them take what they need to know.
Firstly, I just want to show you our giant pumpkins that are growing really well in the garden. Got a couple there. I've taken all the rest off so that I give them the best chance to grow as big as they can. I also want to show you where we store our garlic. This is all the garlic that we picked this season. Well, it's not all of it because I've actually took all the smaller bulbs that I didn't want to hang, and I already peeled them all and put them in the freezer.
The sunflowers bow their heads, feeding birds, feeding beds. This life hums gentle and low, nothing fancy, nothing old, just enough, and that I know, right here where the sunflowers grow. Yeah, right here where the sunflowers grow. Where the sunflowers grow. Yeah, right here where the sunflowers grow.
I wash up the beetroot and potatoes I dug earlier. They still smell like the garden, which I love. The beetroot I'll peel and cut into pieces. It's already sweet and earthy, just as it is. The potatoes are the same, a quick scrub and that's enough. I leave the skins on and cut them into small sections. This is the roast beef we'll have with it. I like to keep it really simple. I just cut little slits into the meat and push slices of garlic inside. It sounds like a small thing, but it makes all the difference. After that, it's just salt and pepper, no marinades, no fuss. When the ingredients are good, you don't need to do much at all. I'll put this in the oven and let it do its thing.
Morning breaks in a quiet way. Soft light finds the start of day. Bare feet on the cooling ground. Leaves and soil the only sound. Greens are crisp, tomatoes warm. Picked by hand as the day is born. From the garden in the morning light, every harvest feels earned tonight. Grown with time, with care, with grace. Simple food from an honest place. What I pick at the break of day feeds us well when the sun fades away. Day moves on, the work gets done. Slow cooked meals as evening comes. Stirring pots, a table laid.
The beetroot and potato are cut up. I don't do much else to them, just add olive oil, salt and pepper. They'll roast in the oven alongside the beef.
Homegrown living, calm and real.
I've chopped the zucchini and button squash into small pieces and given them a light steam. I do that just to soften them a little. They'll finish cooking in the oven. Once they're steamed, I'll put them back into a ceramic dish ready for the sauce.
Sunflower stands, golden petals, warm as hands. Two little bees humming soft and free, living their life right next to me. And I feel rich in the quiet air, in the garden beds and the love out there. Not in gold, not in fame, just peace that whispers my name.
For the white sauce, I start by melting some butter in the pan. Then I add about 1/4 cup of flour and stir it together, just letting the flour cook off slightly. I add a bit of salt and pepper at this stage. After that, I pour in some milk and take the pan off the heat for a while I stir. Taking it off the heat really helps stop the sauce from getting lumpy. I warm it up again, add a bit more milk, then take it off the heat and stir again. I just keep doing this until the sauce is the consistency I want.
I got beef from my son's little farm, raised up strong and raised up right, and I've picked from my own backyard just before the fall of night. Garlic from the garden.
I didn't have much cheese left, so I've just added a small amount. That goes over the zucchini and squash, and then I finish it with a sprinkle of breadcrumbs.
And it feels so good to know where it's from, to cook it slow till the day is done. Zucchini squash on the stove top warm, my home-cooked meal.
It'll go in the oven now and bake until golden.
And I thank the Lord.
I've picked some fresh rhubarb from the garden and given it a good wash. I've cut it into sections and lined a pan with baking paper.
There's butter melting in the pan and the house smells sweet and kind. And every little thing I've grown brings a piece into my mind. It's not fancy, it's not new, but it fills your heart somehow. Just simple food and grateful hands and a good life here and now.
I'm drizzling plenty of honey over top. This is from my husband's hives at the bush retreat. I also sprinkle a bit of cinnamon over the top before I put them in the oven. That's all it needs. It'll go into the oven until it's roast and softened. We'll enjoy this later with some vanilla Greek yogurt. It's a simple way to use what the garden gives you. Thanks for joining me today. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
'Cause nothing tastes better